Hey everybody, welcome to Why From Tweens Glitch and Stop Working. So today I'm going to use this very simple file to explain a very common issue that beginners run into with From Tweens. You'll see here I have a circle button and inside there's a circle BG. And you'll notice that when I hover, that we scale up that lighter background circle inside. We're using a mouse enter event listener to create a From Tween that just animates the BG from a scale of 0. It's very easy to set things up this way, and you'll see that we get very favorable results. However, what will inevitably happen is that you'll be testing and realize that after a while when you're hovering, that BG circle doesn't go all the way to the edge anymore. And if you do a lot of quick hovers, you're going to notice that it eventually gets much smaller. And if you just keep going crazy like this, you'll notice that it completely goes away or it can't be seen. And this leads to frustration and ultimately some post in the GreenSock forums. So before getting to the solution, I want to focus on why this strange behavior is happening. I can assure you it's not a bug in GSAP, but simply the correct behavior based on how From Tweens were designed to work. Now it's important to note that with a From Tween, it's going to animate from the values we specify to whatever the existing values are. So when we load up fresh, what's going to happen is that BG is going to have a scale of 1. So we're going to animate from a scale of 0 to a scale of 1. And as long as I let that tween play all the way through, it will always work just fine. However, when I do rapid stuff like this, what's happening is I'm creating new tweens when the current value is being animated. So it's something other than 1. So I'm animating from 0 to another value. And to make this extremely clear, what I'm going to do is log out the background's scale value at the time the tween is created. And to do that, we'll just use gsap.getProperty, pass in the BG and the scale. So now let's go over to the console, and as soon as I roll over, we should get 1, okay? That's going to be the current scale or the existing scale as soon as I roll over. All's working well. Well, let's clear that out, and if I do some quick ones here, look what happens. We're getting numbers other than 1. So the next time we create a tween, it's going to go from 0 to this 0.6179, all right? You'll see it's almost like half scale. So here we go from 0 to, boom, 0.6179. And if I do it quick a few more times, that number is just going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So the easiest way around this is to use a from to tween and explicitly set the from and to values. So we'll keep these as the from values, and then I'm going to create an object for the to values, all right? So we'll animate to a scale of 1, and that's pretty much all we need to change. So let's do a run, and now every time I roll over, we're going to be resetting that from value explicitly to 0, okay? And you'll see that it never glitches out. It always goes to the full size of 1. Now, as you'll see in our logs, we may have been logging out numbers other than 1 when we were rolling over quickly, but as soon as a tween is created, it starts at 0 and goes to 1. And if you want to get just a touch fancier, instead of always recreating this tween, you could create it outside of the button, and then inside the button, you can just do a very simple tween.restart. And basically that's going to give you the exact same effect, all right? If you don't want it to play immediately, you could start it paused, and then now every time you roll over, you're going to get that perfect, smooth result. Although this was a very simple example, you can run into the same situation in more complex animations, all right? So I always like to show things in the simple setting so that we can understand the cause issues, and then you can troubleshoot better when you're doing more complex animations. So make a little mental note about these From Tweens and keep yourself out of the GreenSock forums. Do you want to gain mastery of the GreenSock animation platform through more videos like this? I'll show you all the tips and tricks I've learned over a decade of using GSAP, working at GreenSock, and teaching it to thousands of developers like you. My training is guaranteed to save you hours of frustration as you learn to add ultra-slick animations to all your web projects. Visit creativecodingclub.com today to unlock the world's most comprehensive GreenSock training, and let me help you discover the joy of animating with code.